Everybody, this is Sophie from Dossby's Performance Project. Today's virtual workshop, we're going to be going over some improv ideas. So I'm outside because it's beautiful here in Washington. So I'm going to back up and lead us through this. So to start, we're just going to take about 30 seconds to ground ourselves in our bodies. So we're going to close our eyes, take a deep breath in, and out. And we've gone over this before, but you can do this standing, sitting, laying down. This improv can be done in any position. But after you've taken a few deep breaths, we're going to start doing a body scan from the top of our head all the way down to our feet, releasing any tension that you feel. You can pause this video and do that on your own time, because I'm going to skip us straight into the improv. But that body scan will help us sort of just get into our body, if not fully warm. For the improv, this is completely up to you. You can pause and turn on a song. You can be in silence. You can have this going. But for this exercise, I would say it's great to do about 1 minute of improv for each section. So I probably won't be doing a full minute of improv as I lead you through this, but that's sort of the goal. We're going to start once you're centered and grounded in your body. And you're just going to start to move. It can be small at first. Just very, I would say, I like to start internal and then move external with my movement. You don't have to make any specific shapes. You're just moving through the improv. And when you come to a movement, whatever it might be, that interests you, that feels really good. So let's say mine is an arm swing. Feels really nice. You're just going to do that over and over and over again until your body feels ready to do something out of that movement. And then we're going to pause. We're going to back up a little bit. So that's the first improv section. Taking a minute just to improv and find a movement. It could be a gesture, it could be a full body movement, anything you like that feels really good. Once you've found that movement, you're going to do it over and over and over again until it moves into something else. And then you're going to pause. So I'm going to give you some time. You can pause your video, or you can pause your video, turn on a song, however you want to do it. Set a timer for 1 minute. Set a time for 1 minute to find that first movement. Once you've found that first movement, I would say pause your timer, or just disregard it even if it goes off, and let that sort of exploration, or that doing it over and over again, take as long as it needs until you really feel something grow out of that. Okay? So that's the first step. Then we're going to take those two movements, so that first one that you've repeated, into whatever came out of it, and you're going to improv from there. So I would say, once you've done that first minute, minute and a half, however long that improv takes, pause, recenter yourself, and start this time, this new minute. You can reset your timer, start your music again, however you want to do it. But you're going to start, I would say, repeat that first movement maybe once, twice, 3 times, go into that next movement, and then see where the improv takes you. You don't have to set anything, but you are going to do something similar, where after you come out of that second movement and you begin your improv, you're going to start looking for a new movement to repeat. So since I'm in a small outdoor space, I've got this movement. I could then turn, and maybe it's that gesture I just did with my arm where I bring it up, and I want to recreate that over and over again. And you'll repeat that process 2 more times. So eventually, you'll have improved for a full minute, found the first movement, the movement that comes out of it, you've reset, you've begun your next minute of improv with that movement into the second one. You then improved to found your third one, whatever that looks like, and you've then restarted by that third movement, just redoing it, recreating it over and over and over again until something new comes out of it. So then you will have 4 new movements. You'll have that first one, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you've already started to create a phrase out of it. So I'm going to let you pause this video, and I would say do that improv sort of score 2 to 3 more times, so you have those 4 to maybe 5 or 6 new movements that you can build off of each other. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, give you time to pause. Take as long as you need to create or find those 4 to 5 movements. And then once you have found those, we'll come back together and we'll reset. Just looking at my camera really quick. Reset that, perfect. We're going to reset in our bodies, and then we're going to use these 4 to 5 movements as generation for new improv. So hopefully everyone has had time to do those improvs, find those movements. Now, for this, I would say we're going to do 3 different versions of using those movements to generate new improv. I would say label your gestures, your movements. Could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be A through A, B, C, D, you know, whatever makes sense to you. But we're going to start finding a fully new position. So I'm standing because I'm on grass right now, but I would say first, for this first sort of improv experimentation, is pick a new position. If you're sitting on a chair, maybe stand up. If you're standing, maybe find a chair. You can lay down, whatever it is that you want. And we're going to start by doing movement number 1. So for mine, it's this sort of arm swing, but from this new position. And you're going to see how that, and you're going to improv from that movement in this new position into obviously new movement generation. And you're going to see how that changes the movement itself, but also how you can get out of that movement. So if I was laying down, I wouldn't be able to necessarily kick and then turn. I might swing my arm forward instead of back, and then forward, and have it bring me to sitting, or have it bring me over and I roll. That is completely up to you in this new position, whenever your movement is. And similarly, we're going to do this, I would say do this for a minute to a minute and a half. It's a long time to be improving, I know, especially now that you're settled into this specific kind of movement. But then we're going to repeat that process with each of those movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, and D. So similarly, if I was laying down, I know my second movement is a leg and arm. So if I was laying, maybe I would, instead of going forward, I would use that extension to come over my body and pull me into a roll. Similarly, my third movement is swinging this arm into a turn. Or sorry, actually that wasn't my third movement. That was sort of arm swing, and then the turn. So similarly, if I was sitting on a chair, I could swing this arm up and then bring it around the chair instead of doing a full turn. Roll as your oyster. So I'm going to have you pause this video, take a minute for each of those movements, and experiment to see how changing the position that you're in changes the improv using each of those movements as its impetus. While you're pausing the video, I'm going to grab some water. Okay, now that we've done, hopefully, that exploration, we're going to move to the second use of these 4 to 5 movements that we've come up with. This one will be using each of them in the same improv, but as cornerstones of your movement. So instead of having 1 minute focused on the first movement, second movement, whatever, we're going to say, okay, here's my first movement, here's my second, my third, and my fourth. How do I improv in between each movement? So for me, you want to resist the impulse to go straight into that phrase you've already created. And instead of, I might go 1, 2, 3, and I'll turn backwards or something like that. Say, and then create not a phrase, but you improv until you naturally find that second movement. And then again, resisting that impulse to go into that third movement, but instead finding a way to do something wholly new, whatever that looks like, until you come to that third movement. And again, how do you come out of that in a new way? See, I almost went straight into that turn, until you come to that fourth and final movement. And I would say you can use that fourth and final movement as a way to end your improv session. So I'm going to let you take as long as you want. For this one, since we have these 4 to 5 cornerstones, I would say pause this video, turn on a song, and just do the whole song. Start from the top with that first movement, and then improv until you find the second one. Improv until you find the third, and then the fourth. And then pause. Cool. So now, we are going to use these, not necessarily as an, it can be used as an improv prompt, but this is specifically to take the gestures that we've already done, we've already found through this improv, and play with how they can be performed. So, you're going to want to go back to your original position, whether it's standing, sitting in a chair, laying on the ground, however it is you're most comfortable moving. For me, I started here, but we then want to find the position that we ended in. So I ended turning with my back to everyone. Because now we're going to use those 4 to 5 movements and retrograde them, which just means we're going to do them backwards. This might be a little tough for me because I'm not on flat ground, I'm on grass. But I ended with this turn, so I know I want to reverse the turn and then bring my arm down. I know that I brought my arm up, so I need to find a way to reverse that, bring my leg over and back into my swing. So I think this first time that you retrograde it is a little bit more of a brain activity than a fully body activity, but we are going to try doing this 3 times, going backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, each time using this actually as a cool down to slowly make our movement smaller and smaller and smaller. So take a moment, figure out your retrograde. First go through, we're going to do it as big as we can, both backward and forward, and then we'll make it a little bit smaller, and then the smallest for the third one. And that will be the end. Okay? So once you're ready, find your end starting position. And we go big, 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 big. And then we go forward again. And then we turn. Cool. That was a little tough for me. I tripped a little bit on this grass. We're going to do this a second time, making it a little bit smaller. So I'm doing that by not putting as much energy behind the movement. And then we're going to go forward again. And take a deep breath before this last one. This last one will be the smallest, the least energetic version as we cool down. And we start feeling, I'd say, the most basic version of the movement that you can, the lowest amount of energy. And then whatever that first movement was that you found in your improv, so mine was this big swing, just let that start to die down until your body naturally loses momentum. And then we'll do sort of a reverse body scan. At the beginning, I said that we would do that as a warm-up. We have other videos that go through that process. Now, we're going to start at our toes, go to our head instead of head to toes. So for this, you're just going to close your eyes. You're going to start at your toes, seeing if there's any excess energy left, and if you need to release any of that. So I feel some, and you're going to start moving up your body. I feel some excess energy in my knees, so I'm just going to wiggle them until, not until I feel exhausted, but until I can kind of feel that excess energy dying down, and then I'll let the movement get smaller. Same in my hips. Start kind of large, and then let it die down naturally. So that one was a lot quicker than my knees. Feel it in my hands, so you can release that energy, not harshly, just enough you can kind of start to feel your body going, okay, I'm tired now, I'm ready to calm down, and then you let that momentum die out, and you'll go all the way up, chest to the neck, to your head. So hopefully you feel very warm, but you don't feel like you're buzzing with extra energy. And thanks for joining us, you guys. Have a great day. Bye.